To conclude the Millennium Development Goals, in 2015, the United Nations came up with the Sustainability Development Goals. And the one we are going to look at today is Sustainability Development Goal 3, which talks about good health and well-being. One of the targets that was set there was to halve road accidents by 2020. Now, if you notice, we are past 2020. And if we look at a country like Uganda, we really need to set some targets, really need to set some targets. I don't know how this is going to be done, because you're moving on the road and you don't know actually where. The pedestrians are neither keeping right or left. It's just zigzag. The cars don't keep right, they keep left, they keep even the center. There are no walkways. There are very few, just a drop in the ocean, walkovers. There are no pathways for the riders, the motorcycle riders. So everyone is competing for the road. And we continue to see an increase in accidents on a daily basis, especially in busy centers. There are schools, or there are organizations or companies, business centers where people are continuously crossing. Even express highway has become a very dangerous place, because people are trying to cross from one end to the other, and there are very few walkovers. There's nothing put in place. The humps are quite thin in some places, and the cars have made a habit of just tramping over them and just moving on. Probably the jumbo huge humps help to reduce the speed a bit. But when we look at the Ugandan situation, we look at a high number of accidents happening on the highways, but even in the city and town areas, there is no more respect for zebra crossing or traffic lights. And as a result, if even you get knocked when you're on a zebra crossing, you get knocked. So there's the safety net for pedestrian, even the person driving or the motorcycle rider, is very low. There is no safety net. Laws have not been enforced. Yes, tickets are being given, but mostly for old tires, seat belts and all. But when it comes to respecting the road and its use and ensuring there is equity in the use of the roads, and also in construction, to make sure that pedestrians have where to pass, motorcycles have where to pass, and it's all well made, it's almost not considered when it comes to Ugandan roads. And so we continue to see the threat of lives lost, children crossing roads, people in business centers. And as far as respecting speed limits, that doesn't really happen, especially on the highways. If we come to town centers, the speed should reduce. But in most cases, the speed just remains high and someone is just speeding through. So anyone who's crossing, they'll just hit. It's always hit and run. And so Sustainable Development Goal 3, in terms of road safety and road accidents being halved by 2020, hasn't happened for Uganda, and there's a lot that needs to be done. In terms of advocacy, law enforcement, but also on the part of construction and ensuring that the right thing is done to ensure that all the road users are comfortable and not competing for one pathway. And especially, and another thing is having a single carriage roads, and yet everyone has to pass there. Two cars or even three are all on a single carriage road, and people are also there, motorcycles are also there. What do you expect? So a lot needs to be done.